All right, everybody, we are getting ready to do our turkey brine. Tom has made his own seasoning mix with, what is that, water? With water. And now what are you going to do?
Cold water and ice in it.
He's going to cool it off with some cold water and ice, and then he'll be pouring it over the turkey. Okay, Tom has got this mixture cooled off enough now. He's going to take it and he is going to dump it into here. Oh, hold on, okay. Slow and steady. Got to make sure we get all those seasonings from the bottom of that pan that he's got. Look at all that mixture that he did. All right. Now he's going to take it and he's going to tie it up and put it in the refrigerator overnight. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. Last night we started our video with showing you how Tom was doing the brine for the turkey. It is currently still in the refrigerator right now in the brine. We'll probably be taking that out in a couple hours. In the meantime, we've got all of our clients taken care of. They all got beautiful plates and some canned goods from things that we did this year in our garden and out and about foraging. So that was fun, but now I got to take care of my family. I always try to do their most favorite things for the holiday. This morning we've been working on the Neiman Marcus cookies, Urban Legend cookies. They have different names. It's a very decadent oatmeal cookie, and I have done a previous video on that, but I doubled my recipe, and we are down to our last two batches that have to go into the oven. So we're getting somewhere on that. So this is for my son and his wife, because they both love them. And what they do with them, and I found that it's really good this way too, because they are so decadent, is we put them in the freezer. And then when you want one, you just take it out for a little bit and then eat it. And then it's just not quite so sweet, and it's just got all that great flavor. They are a little bit more difficult to make because you have to take extra steps with them. Sorry, I'm working backwards here. I'm usually in front of it. You're usually grating your chocolate, and you have to grind up your oatmeal for this particular recipe. But now Candace, she kind of just goes all over, wants to try new things. So this year she has wanted to try a red velvet cookie.
Merry Christmas!
So what we're going to do is we are going to make red velvet crinkle cookies. So we're starting with our butter and our sugar. We can do the recipe in the description below. We're starting with a half a cup of butter, 3/4 cups of brown sugar, and a half a cup of granulated sugar, and we're going to mix this well. And I have to plug in my mixer.
So Mom, what's your New Year's resolution? Even though it's Christmas.
Will you pause that? Tom, will you hit the record button?
No, don't. I'll be quiet.
No, it's fine. Just hit the record button. All right, now we are going to take 2 eggs at room temperature. I'm going to peek at them, make sure they look good. I usually do it in a different bowl, but I haven't had any issues with my eggs, so I'm going to be confident. There we go. Let's mix those. You're not waiting for me? Now we're going to add our vanilla extract. We need 2 teaspoons. I kind of eyeball this one. I use my cap as a teaspoon measurer. Okay, and now we are going to add our red food. First I'm going to put in the cocoa powder, which is a 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. And then we're putting in some red food coloring. I'm going to start with 6 or 7 drops and see what that does. Okay, that's kind of like a, I don't know, pinkish, a dark pink. I want a much more deeper color. So we're just going to give that a good squeeze. And a little bit more. That's giving me more of that red velvety look that I was looking for. And we're going to stop this for 1 minute. Tom's got that turkey out. We're going to see what he's up to. So he has got the turkey out of the brine, and he's currently just got it into the pan, and he has brushed it with some oil. Olive oil, excuse me. And now what are you going to do?
Seasoning on it.
He's going to use a seasoning packet that we got with our bag to put on top of the turkey. And he's going to get that rubbed in really good. Okay. And in the meantime, he's got his smoker going at what temperature?
250.
250 degrees. And I'll show you the packet whenever he's done with it. Okay, here's the packet. It is a buttery
Kinder's
poultry rub from Kinder's. All right, so we've got a lot of hustle and bustle in the house today. Everybody's moving around doing whatever they need to do today, so we're gonna have fun. So we've got our mixture done. Now we have our flour mixture here, which is 2 cups of flour, 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. We're going to get this mixed together.
Okay, you guys, I've been waiting for this moment, as Kelsey said. Mom is making red velvet cake. Cookies, I know. Which I'm hella excited about. While I am grinding up roses to mix with Greek yogurt and something else.
She got this for Christmas. This is her early open up Christmas gift. It's a mortar and pestle, and she has been doing some weird stuff with this thing this morning.
I still have green on my face from my kale mask. Dad's giving me a look right now. So Mom's gonna take over.
Okay, now that we've got all of our wet ingredients mixed together, and we've got the color consistency the way that we want it, so you can add your red food coloring to whatever desired color that you want. We are going to add our dry ingredients. and it is still pretty soft. So I'm going to go throw it in the refrigerator probably for about a half hour, 45 minutes, and get that to harden up a little bit because we need to roll them.
While we wait for the water to boil, we are adding into our rose face mask some soft old-fashioned rolled oats. Bob's Red Mill Organic. So we'll see how that does with the Greek yogurt and if any other goodies we can find to throw in here. We will.
Candace is still working on her mask that she's going to have us doing at some point. And we've got the red velvet cookies in the refrigerator. Now we're starting to work on Tom's. He likes the pecan balls. So we're starting with 1 cup of butter, and we got to get that well mixed. And I need my beaters.
You can't say balls and... Okay, so we got the oatmeal mixed in, and it is gorgeous. Let me bring it in while Mom comes in. Look at that. I soaked the oats in hot water for just not even make them mushy, and then I used the pestle to grind them up. Now we're going to add some Greek yogurt. Yogurt. My bad. I said it wrong. Where's the honey?
I just realized what yogurt she used. Hopefully I still have enough for the recipe we were going to do later today.
Do I have to go to the store?
Hopefully not.
I didn't know it was something you needed.
Like I said, chaos.
I'm sorry.
You know, we just go with it. So this is Christmas.
Mom, do we have any cardamom? I just loved that they both had mom.
You don't even know, jeez.
Alright, pink Himalayan salt so that while we're putting it on, it will exfoliate. I think we need a little more. I love pink Himalayan salt. It's great for the lips too, so don't neglect your lips.
Burn your skin.
No, it's not. It's not Epsom salt.
Why would you throw peppers in there?
I'm not putting peppers in it, Dad.
Okay, now we are back. We got our mixer, our beaters. So now we can beat our butter. And we want to do this for a good 30 seconds. And this is well softened butter.
I was going to use this organic raw honey, but then I came across this Be Merry as a Christmas gift that we got from a great family, like their entire family is our friends. Gorgeous family, gorgeous spirits. We love you. To the Risers family, thank you. So we're going to add some honey.
Okay, now that we've got our butter softened, we are going to add a half a cup of sugar and a half a teaspoon of salt. We're going to get this combined. And now we're going to add as much flour as we can with the beaters, and then we're going to have to switch over to stir it with the spatula because this was going to be a thick batter.
not ready as a mask yet. Where's the baking soda?
Right here.
Perfect.
Okay, as we're adding in our flour mixture, I realized I forgot to put in my vanilla. We need 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Let's get this mixed in.
I'm gonna try it on my hands first before we put it on our faces. You know what? I don't think we should use this as a face mask at all. I think we should use that as a sugar scrub for a body sugar scrub.
Okay, now we've got all of our ingredients mixed together. We are going to stir in 1 cup of pecans. And I'm feeling like this mixture is a little bit softer than what I would want to do in the oven right now because I feel like it'll flatten out. So I am actually going to put this one along with the other one into the refrigerator and let it cool for a while because the goal is to keep it in the shape of a ball.
Get some essential oils. This feels really good using on your hands. Like exfoliating your hands, you know? What started off as a face mask is turned into a body scrub. I just use it on my hands. It's amazing. So in that respect, because it's not going to be sitting on our face as we're exfoliating, that's just 2 mixtures that you shouldn't have together, I don't think. At the same time, on your face, because it's so delicate, we're going to add some lemon. Because we age mostly in our hands. And then more salt to make it more coarse. Use lotion afterwards and enjoy the benefits.
All right, now we are going to make one of my favorite cookies, which is a Andes mint cookie. So yummy. Okay, so we're going to start with 3/4 of a cup of softened butter. To that, we are going to add 3/4 cup of brown sugar and 3/4 cups of granulated sugar. For some reason my 3/4 cup disappeared, so we're doing a 1/2 and a 1/4.
15 years.
And we're going to mix these together. Sometimes the brown sugar doesn't want to cooperate, so I get in there with my spatula, break it all down, and then I'll go back in with my mixer. Okay, now we are going to add 2 large eggs. Well, I tell you, I'm grateful for my girls. I have went through a lot of eggs this season. Okay, let's mix that in. And then we need 2 teaspoons of vanilla also. our dry ingredients, which we're going to set this aside for a second. And we're doing 2 cups of all-purpose flour, and then 1 teaspoon of baking soda and a half a teaspoon. It called for kosher salt. I didn't have kosher salt, so I'm using my basic salt. We're going to get that baking soda mixed in there. Give that a quick stir. And then we're going to add 2/3 of a cup of cocoa. Mix all of that together. And then we're going to add this to the wet mixture and get this ready to go onto our baking sheets that I have lined with silicone mats. I did order those this season and they have just been amazing. Well, let's get this mixed together. All right when we were to the end of putting those cookies on the sheet, my camera decided it wanted to shut off on me. So that first batch we put in, and I was using my cookie scooper, and they're flattening out quite a bit, but I think that'll be okay. So that's just going to be a nice soft chewy cookie. But we're going to line this next sheet. So you definitely want space in between your cookies when you're using this recipe. The next time I am making these ones a little bit of a smaller scoop. I was doing a fully loaded scoop, but I'm making sure these ones are just level. And we'll get these all done, and then we'll go to the next part of what we have to do with these.
Cancel, John.
Okay, now the next thing that we have to do, I have to be careful because these are still pretty warm, is we're going to take Andes. Look at this, I found peppermint Andes. So we're going to take these, we're going to unwrap them, the little peppermint candies, and we're going to set them right on top. And then we're going to leave them. And then I also have the regular Andes also. But we're going to start with these guys. And as they're sitting there, they're going to melt on top of that cookie. And then you just spread it. And it becomes a frosting on top of your cookie. And it is so delicious. We have our second to last batch in the oven. We've got these peppermint candies right here. And so now what you're going to do is they've been sitting here. So you're just going to take and spread that with a knife because it's all melted. Look at that. Oh my goodness. And if you have one like that that doesn't spread all the way right away, then just let that sit there and that little bit that wasn't broken down will break down on this cookie. So much fun. With that batch right there, I put it on right away instead of waiting a little bit. So I'm sure those are already ready to go. So I'm going to get those moved over to the parchment paper and do the same thing. Okay, we are doing our crinkle red velvet cookies. I'm using my cookie scoop, rolling them into balls. I'm going to roll them in granulated sugar, and then I'm going to roll them in powdered sugar and set them on my parchment paper. We're going to go and do this with all of them, and then we're going to bake them at 350 for how long? 8 to 10 minutes. All right, you guys, our crinkle red velvet cookies are finished. Aren't those awesome? I love the way these look. I'm going to let these cool for a few minutes before we get them on the rack. And then we are going to get started with the pecan balls. We are going to roll them and put them about 1 inch apart on this baking sheet and bake them also for about 8 to 10 minutes. And then when they come out, after they cool for a little bit, then we'll roll those in powdered sugar and let those cool some more. Okay, we are now on our pecan rolls, Mexican wedding cookies. These also have many names. So what we're going to do is we are going to roll them into balls, and then we're going to place them about 1 inch apart on the cookie sheet. These don't have to be far apart from each other because they don't spread. They stay in their ball shape. So we are going to get this pan lined up and ready to go. And on the stove right now, I have started all of my stuff for dinner also. So we had to take a little break on our baking here to try to work on some dinner items. So let's get these all rolled up and on the pan. We've got our baking mostly done. The only thing I have left to do is taking these and rolling them in some powdered sugar, and then those will be done. And all of our other cookies are done, and we'll go over those in a little bit. But right now I'm trying to make a side salad. But first I wanted to show you. Look at that beautiful turkey. Tom got it out of the smoker, and it is absolutely beautiful. And it's waiting on me. I was so busy baking that I am running out of time for getting my sides done. So right now I'm going to do a pomegranate salad. And I just wanted to come over here and show you guys. I've got this on a previous video of how to de-seed your pomegranates, but you want to quarter them, and then you just want to take them and put them in water. And then all of your seeds are going to go towards the bottom, and the little whites will float towards the top. And then you just pick that out. So I'm going to get this de-seeded, and then we will go to the next step of our process on this side salad. Alright, I just kind of throw this together. This is a broccoli pomegranate salad. So we have fresh pomegranates out on the tree right now, so I was trying to find different ways of using it. So I've altered it just a little bit, so we're going to see how that goes. We have approximately 3 cups of broccoli. We have 1 orange diced. I have approximately a cup of pomegranates. And then I'm going to use yogurt. The first time I did this, it called for mayonnaise. I did not like the taste of the mayonnaise. I felt like it was too overwhelming. And I think this would also be good if you made it several hours ahead and let all of those flavors absorb together. So we're going to do some vanilla yogurt with about 3 tablespoons of orange juice. We're going to mix this in this bowl first. After cooking and baking all day, I just think this salad is going to be amazing, nice and cool. Because let me tell you, my house heated up pretty well here with doing all this baking. I think my oven's been on for 10 hours. Okay, now before we mix that in, we are going to take some sunflower kernels. I got roasted and salted. And this I feel like you can gauge to your taste. And then we're going to pour in this liquid dressing. Tom's going to start slicing up the turkey. And then we're going to just kind of work that dressing in here and get everything mixed together. And I just think this is a beautiful dish. Look at that. Just so beautiful and colorful. So we're going to get our plates put together and we'll come back and show you what that looks like. I want to show you how juicy that turkey is. All right, you guys, here's what our dinner plate is going to look like. It is filled with a very juicy, delicious turkey, stuffing, sweet potatoes with mashed potatoes, broccoli salad, and there will be many different options for dessert. We here in my household wish you in all of your households a very Merry Christmas. And if you are traveling, we pray that you all be safe and get home safely and enjoy the time with your families. Take care and we'll see you on the next video.